So, if you're still around and you're not watching something else right now,
Dude,
We just
it's
we just spent the last 15 minutes talking about our favorite porn stars.
and then we're gonna go from talking about Asa Akira to somebody who really likes her, Dolph Ziggler, and The Miz are gonna be fighting for the Intercontinental Championship at
Smooth.
SummerSlam. Yeah, nice little transition there. So this is actually going to be one of the best matches of the night, I think, and it's one of the two main matches that I'm excited to see. Or you know what, maybe the three main matches, including the Rollins match and the Swagger match. So I think this is going to be. I hate to use this kind of a term because it sounds so stupid coming out of my fucking mouth, but a barn burner of a fucking match. I think
Gonna be a
that
real
they,
slobber knocker.
yeah, these two are going to end up trying to really wow the people backstage. They're going to work their asses off, and it's going to work unless they give them like 4 minutes to wrestle a fucking match. I think the Miz is going to retain, and I'll be fine with that. I would be fine with Ziggler winning too, but I think that the better thing for them to do right now is to keep this title on the Miz, have him win the U.S. title at Night of Champions, merge the titles together, and really put a whole lot of steam behind the Miz. Maybe
Ricky
even the
Steam.
steamboat. I don't know,
Ooh.
but I'm going with this being the match of the night, and I'm not too impressed with the SummerSlam card so far right now. So there's part of me that thinks that this is going to be stuck in either the very beginning where the show will go downhill after this, or this will be that one match that picks things up in the middle and then everything goes back down again. I'm not thinking that this is going to be like a trend setter and we're going to get a really good match out of this and then everything else is going to kind of keep going up. Either it goes down afterward or it gets a slight bump up from this. But what do you guys think is going to end up happening here? Drew, is Miz retaining or is Ziggler winning?
I think Miz will retain. I think that if Miz has any other shot of actually doing something with his career, I think he's got to like have a good Intercontinental Championship reign, which is hard to say because every time we have a new Intercontinental Champion, like, oh no, he's gonna have a good reign, and then after it's 4 months, we forget that he's champion. So I hope that he has a good reign or something like that, or at least have some good feuds for the time being. I'm in the same boat as you. I don't know if this will be match of the night because I definitely know they're not going to give this the most time, but I will definitely be looking forward to this match the most, and I hope that they give this like maybe a good 10 to 12 minute spot, and I expect the Miz to win. I would like Ziggler to win, but that's just for fantasy league purposes. But aside from that, yeah, that's about it.
Sean, do you think Miz is going to retain or is Ziggler going to win the title?
He's busy watching porn. Okay.
Yeah, I think he's in his bathroom right now.
I think we lost him to Lily Carter.
Yeah.
We'll come back to Sean then. Miguel, what do you think's happening here?
I do think this is probably going to be one of the Steelers in this pay-per-view. It's either this or the Bray Jericho matchup. I do agree also that this is probably going to be a showcase for both these guys. I think this needs to be where Miz shows that he can really be the guy that the WWE runs with because they do see something in Miz. They do want him to be a bigger star for some reason. And I'm not worried as far as Ziggler because he always goes out there. He always goes out there and puts on a great matchup with anybody. I don't think the Miz is a bad worker. I think there's a lot of other issues with him that I think they need to iron out. I think these guys are gonna go out there and have a great matchup on a great matchup. I see this being the 9 o'clock main event that usually comes out, and I see them as retaining. They just have a lot. They have way too many plans with him. There was the talk of them probably putting him with Ric Flair. They gave him the figure four leg lock, so they clearly have a direction they want to take Miz, and apparently that has the IC belt in it. So I see Miz moving on, and like I said, mostly just parroting what Mango said.
And
What you
Peyton?
said. Yeah, I don't think Dolph Ziggler has too much of a chance in this. I think it's great that they show a little interest in him once in a while, and I really actually have a good feeling about this run for him. I think that there is going to be a bit of a future in the next coming months for Dolph Ziggler. But on this night, I see the Miz winning by hook or by crook. I mean, I would expect him to use some very heelish tendencies to get the victory, but I think they can go out there and have a very competitive match. I hope this is a night where a lot of people aren't as excited for these main events that we have on here that some younger guys can steal the show, and these guys probably had the best opportunity to do so. So let's see what they got.
And Sean, you all finished up there?
Yeah.
Wiped up.
Yeah, this is going to be one of the matches of the night. This is, if not, this is probably steal the show, I reckon.
Get it? Because it's Dolph Ziggler.
Well, no. Well, yeah, I suppose they got to prove that they can step up now with Alberto Del Rio leaving and CM Punk leaving. They need guys to prove themselves, and I reckon these two can do it.
So who do you
Also,
think's
The Miz can.
who do you think's going to end up
Miz
winning?
The Miz is retaining.
So pretty much everybody going with the Miz here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Cool. I like that. That'll end up getting me points in the fantasy league.
Ah,
All right, we're gonna roll on here, and in the next part, we're gonna talk about AJ Lee versus Paige.